Hello everybody, welcome back to another hits, misses, and maybes video. If you're new here, this is where I share with you some things that I'm loving right now, some things that I'm not a biggest fan of, and some things I feel a little bit neutral about. In January, I actually had only hits and maybes. Like I didn't really have any strong misses. So I'm gonna call that a win. But I think I do have a pretty lengthy list. We're gonna start with our maybes and then we'll finish off with our hits, including one of my favorite, I found like a new favorite author. So I will tell you all about that in a minute. Okay, so the first maybe that I have for you is the Glossier Stretch Concealer. This is not my first rodeo with this concealer by any stretch of the imagination. However, the first time that I got this concealer, I was using it all over my face. So I was using it like on my chin, around my nose, under my eyes, and anywhere that I had any spots. And it really, truthfully, I swear to you, broke me out. Like I don't have acne prone skin, but it definitely just like did not react well to my skin. So I tossed it. Like I was like, I'm done. I give up on this concealer. Fast forward to January of 2021, where I decide I'm gonna give her another go. I really have high hopes for this concealer. Like I really want it to work because I like the idea of just like a light coverage under my eyes. You know, like if, on a day where I'm not really wearing makeup and I just want a little bit to cover the dark circles. So I do like it as a concealer under my eyes, and I've been using it under my eyes. It's on there now and I do very much enjoy it. I just can't put it anywhere else. So I'm using the NARS Radiant Concealer like on my chin and my nose area, down the bridge of my nose, and then under here is the Stretch Concealer from Glossier. There's not a ton of coverage, but that's fine with me. It also isn't very cakey. It doesn't like build up in a way that feels like it's aging me under my eyes, which I appreciate. It's very light, very dewy, very bright. And so for under my eyes, it's a big win. Everywhere else, it's a miss. So it's a maybe. Number 2 is the Stila Cosmetics long-lasting liquid lipstick. That's what I'm wearing right now, and this is the closest to a berry red that I've ever been able to wear. This is the shade Fiery. Here are the really cool things about this lipstick. One, for a long-lasting lipstick, it's like not sticky at all. It goes on kind of watery, I would say. Like it's not like a lot of long-lasting lipsticks go on kind of like paint and they feel very sticky and they're kind of drying. This is not like that at all. It is very smooth and soft and liquidy. Feels really good on your lips. I will also say as a redhead, it's hard for me to find a berry. That color, that's kind of got that purpley red tone that I like. It never quite looks right on me. This shade in Fiery, really, I like it a lot. The reason it's a maybe is because one of the reasons I only wear long-lasting lipstick is because it doesn't transfer. Like when I go to drink something, it doesn't get on the glass. All day yesterday I wore this. It lasted all day long. Like it didn't fade, but it did transfer. So when I would sip out of a cup, it would get on the cup. I haven't even tested it yet today. Let's see. Yeah, it transferred a little bit, like not as bad as yesterday. The big change that I made today is that I dried my lips off really, really well before I put it on, because sometimes if I have like a lip balm on and then I put a long-lasting lipstick on, it's more inclined to transfer. So that could have been why it was like so bad yesterday, but it transfers a little more than I would like, but it does last all day, and the texture is the best texture that I've ever had in a liquid lip. Ever, and I really like the color. Number 3 is the Bubble Wrap Eye and Lip Plumper from Glossier. This is something I've been wanting to try for a while. It's in the maybes. Here's why it's great. It is like a nice eye cream. Like I feel like it's like a nice eye cream. It's not anything like fancy. It doesn't make me feel like it's plumping my lips up, but it also feels like nice. I put it on my lips and it did not feel good. It didn't feel like it plumped my lips. I feel like it's just moisturizing. I would never put it on my lips again personally. It just doesn't, it's not as good as like, I'd rather put Vaseline on my lips. Like just not into it. But under my eyes, like maybe I'd buy it. I don't know if I would pay the money for it again. I think I'd be more inclined to try like the Ole Hendrickson banana eye cream. I haven't tried that yet. And I do have the Origins Vitamin C brightening eye cream and I adore it. So I'd be more inclined to repurchase that than the bubble wrap personally. All right, the fourth maybe that I have for you today is the Glossier Halo Scope. Here's the thing, I really like this highlighter. I think it is blendable. You can use your fingers to blend it out. It's creamy, so it feels really natural and kind of like actual skin dew. It feels really good. I got the shade in Quartz. Unlike the Fenty Beauty Sticks, the Fenty Beauty Stick is really dry. So when I put it on my skin, it feels almost like I'm like scrubbing it with toilet paper. Like it feels really harsh. The Halo Scope is not like that. It's like very smooth. It's almost like a balm that you're putting on, and then you just like rub it in with your fingers, and I love it. I have dry skin, and so I found that if I use, especially as I get older and I'm getting more like fine lines, I found that like cream is actually better for me than powder personally, because the powder just kind of like ages me a little bit, whereas the creams kind of feel more like they're natural and dewy. And so the Halo Scope feels like it fits in with that direction that I am kind of moving right now. The reason it's a maybe is it's very subtle. So I'm still trying to find the perfect highlighter, and I can't decide if Halo Scope is it or not. It might be, but it's a maybe for me. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits for the day. So I'm going to try to run through them relatively quickly for you so you're not here for the rest of your life, but I'm really excited about a lot of them. So we'll see how this goes. So the first one is that Glossier, and this is the reason I placed a Glossier order at all, and that's why there's so much Glossier products in here, because I don't know how to go to their website and buy one thing. They finally developed a boy brow for redheads. I've been wanting this for so long. You guys have no idea, so long, because I love the boy brow formula and I really wanted it for my ginger hair, but they haven't had it. So I've used the clear. That's not as beneficial for me. I would rather use another redhead brow pomade just because I don't want an extra step in there, but they finally got it and it's great. I love it. I love the shade. I love the formula. Right when I got onto the Benefit Gimme Brow, I find that I can get the boy brow. So I honestly, this is probably what I'll repurchase over and over and over again. I can't imagine switching up at this point. So boy brow in Auburn, big win. The next one is a coffee from Black and Bold Coffee. This is really exciting for a couple of reasons. One, it's a Black owned brand. Two, they give money back to youth who need support, and they sell light roast coffee at Target. This is a big deal. If you're a coffee nerd like me and you really love a good, nice, light roast coffee, but sometimes you just aren't gonna be able to order direct from roaster, you need to get coffee like that day, you wanna be able to get it in your grocery order, this is such a big win. Like, so exciting. We ordered it. I got it to go on my CEO retreat with me just in case I didn't have good coffee, and we've loved it. Now, I in general prefer to drink coffee that's been roasted within 2 weeks. So we have linked to their website down below if you want to support them directly. You'll probably get your coffee fresher, but if you are in a pinch and you need a really good coffee from Target, Black and Bold, light roast, I think we did Honduran, so good. Number 3 is I tried out a new bread recipe, and it's for honey oat bread, and you guys, it was so good. First of all, it was so easy. You do it in a loaf pan. There's no kneading of the dough. You just stir it. You just get it like nice and stirred up. The recipe she has makes 2 loaves of bread. You can freeze one, use the other right away if you wanted to. It's like sweet, but it's not so sweet that you can't eat savory things on it. It's also like fluffy and kind of thick and crumbly. It's so good. My favorite way to eat, I just like to put butter on it with a little bit of jam, or just like butter and a little bit of sea salt, and it is such a treat. And I'll link that recipe in the description below as well. Number 4, we redid our linen closet this month. So it was like one of my big like organizational projects I wanted to do, was just get like new baskets and corral everything. And we've been using towels that my towels that I came to our relationship with were very old, very cheap, like the cheapest I could buy at like Target at the time. And then I bought Obi a couple of like really nice towels when he and I moved in together as like a gift for some occasion. But we haven't had like cohesive family towels. We had like 3 different kinds of towels, and then we had beach towels in there, and we had all these different kinds of washcloths, and all of these washcloths that were just like so dingy and like had holes in them. It was just kind of time for us to upgrade. And I found these towels on Amazon. They're like sheets, like bath sheets, and they are awesome. And it took me a long time to do the research and really find the ones I wanted, and I'm so happy with them. They're huge. They're like bigger than me, and they're really absorbent. They're pretty and white, but they also have like kind of a texture to them, which I think is a really nice look. So I'll link those as well for you. You can see that in the video. The next thing that I'm loving right now is my water bottle. If you watched Vlogmas, you saw the love story with this guy, but just in case you haven't seen it yet, I got this water bottle. It's from Amazon as well. It's a bottled joy, and it's a gallon of water, and it marks off hour by hour kind of where you're at for the day, so you can make sure that you're like kind of on track to drink a gallon of water every day. I think since I've gotten this, I think it's been close to 2 months now, and I've missed drinking a full gallon one day in 2 months because this just really motivates me. If you have been here before for another Hits, Miss, and Maybes, you probably are familiar with the old water bottle I had that had the times on it, but the times were not right. Like it had the whole day, but it wasn't enough water for a whole day. And that just didn't work for me at all. So this does. It's not cute, but who cares? It works. So this is so awesome. They have like kid-sized ones, which as a parent is actually pretty nice because I can just trust that he's getting enough water now, because I didn't ever, I was kind of not sure. And it's motivating for him. Like we're all playing a game together. He doesn't want to lose the game, It's like a fun activity to do as a family that keeps us all hydrated. The next one is sleep phones. So this is basically just an eye mask that I put on that has headphones in it. It's like Bluetooth, so it connects to my phone. I'm a big ASMR person. I love to watch ASMR, and it's like my big treat on the weekends to watch ASMR before I fall asleep. I used to do it like every night, but I've been trying to break that habit because I don't know, I just don't want to be on my phone all the time. But during the weekends, it's a really nice way for me to fall asleep because the boys stay up late watching movies, and I can just kind of put on my headphones and my eye mask. All of the light and all of the noise is canceled, and I get to sleep. This is actually a pair that Obi bought me as a gift like 3 years ago maybe, and I left them at a hotel in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I never got them back, and I just replaced them for myself. So this is kind of a cheat. Like I've had these before, but I love them so much. They're super soft. They're perfect for airplanes, like the dream on an airplane. So if you are someone who likes to listen to meditations or calming music, or if you just like to listen to music while you fall asleep or want to take a nap, then you should check them out. All right, second to last is I finally found cotton rounds, reusable cotton rounds that I like. This is round 3, I think, of attempts for me. At one point I gave up because I just couldn't, I was just like, I think I'm not gonna get into it. This is round 4. Okay, so here's my journey with these. First 2 rounds, I purchased bamboo cotton rounds, and they were very, very soft. The problem with them being very, very soft is that I don't like, it doesn't feel like it's doing what I want a cotton round to do. I want a cotton round because I want to put toner on the cotton round, and I want to feel like it's really cleaning my skin for that like final level. Like I'm really getting everything out of my skin. The soft ones just didn't feel like they were doing that. I just felt like I was wasting a step, and I would still have to use a cotton round. So that didn't work. Then I tried out Face Halo, which are actually pretty awesome. Like you just wet them and they remove all of your makeup off of your face, and then you wash them. But again, 2 things were happening. One, because I do have dry skin, I felt like it was causing me to break out and drying my skin out more. And the second thing is that it didn't do what I needed it to do in terms of being a cotton round. Like it was great for washing my face while I was traveling if I didn't have a cleanser. I still keep those like in my travel bag just in case, but not replacing a cotton round for me. So I was still kind of throwing 1 to 2 cotton rounds away every single day, which just adds up, you know? And so I finally found some that work. They're made out of terry cloth. So it's essentially just like a really thin washcloth, and it's perfect. It has the grip that I'm craving, but without it being rough on my skin. It's a little bit exfoliating, but not too much. And it absorbs the product that I put on there in a really good way. So big fan. I'll link them below, the exact ones that I found, because this has been a journey. Okay, my final hit for you this month is a new book. This is actually a book that I got in a book exchange I did years ago. I did this thing on Facebook where it's like I send one book out and then I somehow received like 13 books or something crazy. Someone sent me this book at that time and I hadn't read it yet. One of my big objectives for 2021 was to purchase less books and read the ones that I already have on my shelf that I haven't read yet. So I'm working through my bookshelf like one row at a time, and the book that I got to was Dear Life by Alice Munro, and I found a new favorite author. I just like had never heard of her. Someone randomly sent this to me. It's a series of fictional short stories that are just so beautiful and so connected to just like our shared humanity and just human insufficiencies and like our attempts to grapple with normal problems. And I freaking love it. So she has written so many books. I feel like I'm really late to the game on this one, but I cannot wait. I feel like it's Christmas. Like I just found out this person exists and they have tons of work that I get to read already. So the book is Dear Life by Alice Munro. If you are looking for a really good read, go check it out. So those are my hits and my maybes for the month of January. If you guys had something that you really loved this month, let me know in the comments below. I would love to check it out. And as always, if there's something that you want me to try, put that in the comments below as well, and I can do that and give you an honest review. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.